This is a certified hood classic.
Where the f do we really even start? 2 years ago, it was WrestleMania live from the Performance Center, the most depressing wrestling you could ever imagine. But fast forward to present day, 77,000 people for 2 nights, their crowd screaming like their lives depended on it, pyro, lights, camera, action, it was WrestleMania, and ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes is back. What a moment. When the lights went out and the fireworks went off and the music hit, fam, it was such a surreal feeling. You had this man who left the WWE looking like this, as a joke, as a meme, come back 6 years later after making himself a star on his own, getting a reality show, making a company after everything. He's back as the man, and the man at WrestleMania. He's back with 70,000 people screaming his name, jumping out of their seat for him. Yo, you gotta love it. At the end of the day, say what you want to say about Cody Rhodes leaving AEW, but he's back at the place where he started his career. He's back at the place where he learns how to wrestle, the place that took a chance on him when he was 21 years old. Hell, the place that helped save his family back in 05 when they were broke. The place that owns the footage of his dad, the place that Dusty had such an impact on, and as much as it hurts for a lot of AEW fans, and this is not a diss at all, but Cody is back home. What a moment, what a match. This man walked into the place and he just soaked it in. He walked in like he ran the place, and I don't know, for me as a neutral, I want WWE to be good and I want AEW to be good, but I'm so happy for the man. At the end of the day, whether you're a wrestler or not, or even just a fan, you grow up dreaming one day of wanting to be at WrestleMania, wanting to be the man at WrestleMania, and he did it. But I love this match. The moment, the build-up, it was so good. The crowd was electric, and Rollins was the perfect guy to be on the other side of it, and he deserves so much credit for the work that he did to build this up. Seth and Cody absolutely killed it, and some of the spots they did in this match were insane, and Seth was on his A game, and you cannot forget how special it was for him to say, "Welcome to the big leagues, bitch." And Cody was such a star. He looked like a star. He acted like one, because regardless of how it ended up in AEW, he made himself a star in AEW, and AEW gave him the platform to be a star. But seeing him back in the WWE ring doing his moves, and then bro, the Dusty Rhodes tribute before ending the match, imagine how he felt. Imagine how special it felt to do your dad's iconic punches and elbow in front of 70,000 people going insane for him. It was the perfect Dusty Rhodes tribute. This was a true classic WrestleMania moment. Regardless of what happens from here on out, this is a moment that will live on forever. You had millions of people around the world watching this, just anticipating, wanting it, just begging for it to be Cody. And then it was something that you would never have believed in even like a few months ago, that oh my god, Cody Rhodes is gonna be at WrestleMania. You would have never believed it, but somehow we got it. And beside the wrestler, the companies, the drama, the politics, I'm just happy for the man, because this is clearly what Cody wanted. This is clearly what he's been chasing, and he did it. He doesn't want to be an executive, he doesn't want all the extra stuff, he just wanted to be Cody Rhodes on the biggest stage, and he did it. And just like everyone else, I can't wait to see where this goes from here on out. But in other news, let's see, what else happened at WrestleMania? You know, there's some cool matches, it was fine, oh, I don't know. Austin! Oh, and in case you didn't know, but I'm sure if you're watching this, you did know, Stone Cold Steve Austin was back for one night, and this crazy after Owens put on such a performance when Austin was just sitting there, I was expecting we're gonna get a few stomps, maybe get a Luther's press and a stunner, boom, quick and easy, but nah, this man was taking bumps into the poles, suplex on the concrete. This man is being held together by nuts and bolts and a bunch of surgeries. And the shit he was doing was nuts. This was so awesome. It was the best it could have been, and there was no reason for this quote-unquote match to be as good as it was, but it was better, and it was amazing. It was literally amazing seeing Austin back at it with 77,000 people screaming and him just doing his thing. Everyone was just so happy watching this. The crowd loved it. Everyone loved it. And Austin, at 60 years old, did his best. And once again, I'm just so happy for Kevin Owens. This man closed WrestleMania getting his ass kicked by his idol, by his hero. So I guess the dream of me getting beat up by John Cena at WrestleMania still lives on, I guess. Yo, the best part was Austin was drinking beer like every 4 minutes like it was Gatorade, and I can't believe they actually had Owens hit him with the stunner. That in my opinion was so cool. And to be honest, this is what sold me on a 2-night WrestleMania, this right here. This was such a fun way to close the show, and after a great solid fun night, they close the show with this, and you're still like, oh, I'm down because tomorrow we're getting more. You're not drained, you're not tired, instead you're happy because it's like, yo, tomorrow we're gonna have more wrestling and you're excited for it. And then WWE can also also close WrestleMania night 1 with fun stuff like this, so I am officially sold for 2-night WrestleManias. Now, Austin closing WrestleMania after actually putting in work was a beautiful ending for night 1, and the first night was really fun. That Bianca and Becky match was such a banger. Big Time Bex proved to the world that she is Big Time Bex. There was no triple threat to hold her back. There was no performance center match to hold her back. This was right here. The lights were on bright, and it was her and Bianca, and both of them put on a banger. Respect to Becky Lynch because she finally got that one-on-one WrestleMania match where she could just be herself and do her thing and show to the world that she is big time. She played her role amazingly. She killed it, and of course, shout out to Bianca because she deserves it. Every time I see her wrestle, I'm just more impressed, and I can't believe she did a 450 splash off the second rope. That was wild, but man, Bianca, the fans love her. She's so good at what she does, and what I love was, look at her last year when she beat Sasha Banks for the title. She was happy to be there, happy for the moment, happy to win, but now, shout out to J. Cole, she knows she is the BEST. She knows she's the one. She knows she's top tier, and she knows she earned this and deserves it, and she knows she can carry that division. Love to see it. Logan Paul put in work, and he was awesome for what he did. He ain't no Bad Bunny though, but that's just personal preference, and I did not see the Miz turning on him whatsoever. And Ronda Rousey should have definitely won, but I guess, I don't know. Night 1 overall was so much fun. It was so crazy seeing WrestleMania back to 70,000 people. There's no more capacity limits, seeing the lights, the pyro, and everything. It felt right again. Night 1 was fire, it was solid, and because of that, I was so hyped going into night 2. I was looking forward to all day, I was amped, I was excited, and then night 2 came and it started and it was okay. The opening match was like the perfect match to open the night. You have Randy Orton hitting RKOs out of nowhere, people flying high and going crazy. The opening match, amazing, perfect, alright? Then the night went on, and Sami Zayn definitely deserves a medal for what he did in this match, okay? This was hilarious. It was like watching a Jackass movie take place in a wrestling ring. The crowd was into it, social media was popping off, it was a really great fun time. And then AJ Styles versus Edge. This was a match that everyone wanted to be a classic, and it was definitely a solid match. It wasn't the classic we expected, but they definitely put in work. And Edge did get the win with a mid-air spear, which looked insanely deadly, and Damian Priest made a distraction for it to happen. So Edge's faction is officially happening. Apparently the Ministry of Darkness is coming back. We have Evil Edge, and now he's his first little servant, I guess. Like I said, it was a solid match, but going forward, you just know that their next matches will definitely be even better because you can tell they were kind of holding back a little. And then Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory somehow ended up with Vince McMahon dying, and there was no limo needed this time. Fam, this shit was so stupid yet amazing at the same time. Pat, of course, was elite as always, okay? He basically recreated his Adam Cole match, and it was so cool hearing the crowd hum along his theme song. Pat as a commentator is more over than 98% of the roster. He's legit, he has that it factor, he has that charisma, and him winning was so unexpected, but I loved it. But this is where things kind of got a little interesting, and I don't even know what to think of this. So Vince was ringside watching the match, and he sees his boy Austin Theory lose, and then eventually Pat challenges Vince to get in the ring and have a match. And they do. So for some reason, a 78-year-old or whatever old he is, Vince McMahon has a wrestling match at WrestleMania where he's clotheslining a former NFL player and an athlete who just had a wrestling match. Like, yo, I know it's fake, but do I really need to see Vince McMahon doing clotheslines? It's WrestleMania, it's in Dallas, Texas. Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out there and he stuns the other Austin Theory. And then, as everyone expected, as everyone knew was gonna happen, he stuns Vince McMahon, but oh my god, poor Vince, his like knees or legs buckled, something happened, and this guy just collapsed, and he looked like poor Linda McMahon taking the stunner out there. Oh my god. Vince, I love you. I know you always wanted to be a wrestler. I know you love to get in the ring. I know it, but yo, please, sir, please stay out of the ring. But regardless of all of that happened, and I was still excited for the main event, okay? Because even though everyone and their mom knew that Roman Reigns was gonna win, I was still like, yo, this is going to be fire. It's Brock Lesnar, it's Roman Reigns. When they care, when they want to, they can really make this awesome. I mean, they did it at WrestleMania 31, right? And you would think at WrestleMania 38, the match they're building to be the biggest WrestleMania match ever, you think they would do that. But nah, I'ma be honest. This main event was so mid, it doesn't make any sense. It was so underwhelming. There was no excitement whatsoever, like literally zero excitement. Me and my friend were watching this, we were just sitting there like, alright, when's something cool gonna happen? It was just finisher spam after finisher spam, and I hated it. I genuinely thought this was ass. It was boring, it was underwhelming. The whole time I was waiting for them to kick it into the next gear. I was waiting to care, I was waiting to be excited, I was waiting to be like, let's go, but it never happened. It was like every single Lesnar and Roman Reigns match we've ever had, but somehow even worse because all they did was finishers, literally finishers, no drama, no nothing. You would think this was Goldberg with stamina versus Brock Lesnar in there, because all they did was spear, suplex, and Superman punches over and over, and an F5 just over and over. And the thing is, one, a million finishers, yeah, it can be exciting, but one, you gotta build up to it, and two, a million finishers is only fun when you haven't seen a million finishers be done in every single match these two have had. And don't even get me started on the ending. The ending just came out of nowhere. Nobody wanted it to be over because we didn't even think that match truly started yet, and no, it's done. Spear, 1, 2, 3, boom. What was this, man? Because like, I can't. I really can't. I swear to God, I never want to see another Superman punch ever again. I officially hate that move. They could have actually have this match be exciting, you know, have some blood, make it a last man standing, and no holds barred, make it dramatic, make Paul Heyman interfere, make the Usos, or make something, make it fun, make us care, make us believe, but nah. Boom, spear, it's over, great. And it's like, oh, okay, is The Rock coming? No, of course not. So I guess it's over. We go home now. Like I said, everyone knew Roman was gonna win, but just make us care, make us invested. But no, it just played out like a random Saudi Arabia show main event. Instead of the biggest main event, it felt like the most meaningless Mania main event. WrestleMania 38 was still fun, but the main event could have pushed this one over the moon. The main event coming in clutch would have helped it so much and could have made this a top tier WrestleMania. It was still fun, it was still good, but if that main event came in clutch, this would have been elite. But at the end of the day, we had some great action, we had some great fun. Austin was back, Cody Rhodes, that's it, Cody Rhodes. Bianca Belair did her thing, big time. Bex won in the ring and she put in work. Finally at WrestleMania in a one-on-one match. The tag match was awesome. Even Drew versus Happy Corbin somehow was fire. Logan Paul did his thing. Edge is reinventing his career and got an amazing entrance, by the way. Has a faction going. Pat McAfee put in work. I really enjoyed this Mania, especially night one. Night one had me feeling some type of way. After night one, I felt like a kid again and I was so happy. And night two was really good. It's just that main event. Regardless, I enjoyed WrestleMania, and I'm gonna be honest, for what people thought was going to be a pretty bad and boring WrestleMania going into this, they hit it out the park and they did better than I think a lot of people expected. I just hate that main event. But it's fine, I still had a good time watching WrestleMania. Well, the craziest thing is though, after the dust is settled and everything is done, everyone's leaving Dallas, WrestleMania is over, it's done, bye-bye. The MVP coming out of WrestleMania 38 is Cody Rhodes. That's insane. Let me know below your thoughts of WrestleMania. Let me know what you guys thought of the main event. Do you agree with me, or was I tripping, or was I being too harsh? Let me know what you think of Cody Rhodes coming back. What matches do you want to see Cody Rhodes have in the WWE? I personally can't wait to see him versus AJ Styles. Him versus Randy Orton eventually is going to be such a fire program. But yeah, down below, ask me any questions you want about WrestleMania, or feel free to share any thoughts that you have on WrestleMania. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys soon for a lot of fun post-WrestleMania content coming soon. It's your boy Pav, aka Wrestling Gifts. I really appreciate you clicking on this video and staying this long. I love you guys. I'm out of here. Peace.